So this is a 97 XR200R. So I haven't touched this bike at all. Literally just pulled it off the truck and pushed it in the garage. I was told it has a timing issue that can't find neutral, and I think it's stuck in gear. So it's been sitting for a while, and the fuel was left on. Well, it's on reserve at least. And you can tell this thing is just crusty. So we're gonna clean it up and get it running. Figure out what's going on with the gearing and make it functional again so someone can enjoy it. First thing we're gonna do is check the gas tank, take the carburetor off, clean that all out, check the spark, see if we can't get this thing running. Okay, so we got the carburetor apart. The head, we might have to get something to go down in there, or take the whole thing apart and check it out, because there's some corrosion right here. Look at this. Jesus, that is definitely not going to work, and it stinks. It smells really bad. So we're going to get that in our ultrasonic cleaner, clean all that up. Look at the bowl. This is definitely no good. So we're gonna keep tearing this thing apart, get it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and show you guys just what that thing does. You really need to go through here and do a thorough cleaning job on this guy. Make sure all the terminals are clean, not corroded anymore. All this stuff, and everything is in good working order. I'm probably going to adjust the clutch a little bit, see if that helps out. Make sure we got spark. See if we can get this thing going. Right now, before we go any further, is just to get it to start. If we get it to start, then we're on the right track. We can clean everything up and we can fix the gearing issues and all that stuff, as long as we get this thing to fire. Okay, so something else we ran into is this Kickstarter is stuck. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave the carburetor alone. We're gonna have to tear the top end of this thing apart. There's rust inside of it. I know, might have just replaced the whole cylinder. Obviously need a new piston and everything in it. But it is what it is. It's an old bike. And we're gonna fix it. wrestling with this beast. Everything up top looked pretty good. All the components for timing and all that looked fine. So we have this one last mount that I cannot get off. So I'm cutting it. I'm tired of messing with it. I do have some good news about this thing. Hopefully it stays good news once we get this jug off. The rust and the reason this is locked up seems to be isolated in just this section right here. Down below, the piston skirt looks really clean. But we're not gonna know until we get this guy off, cut that guy out, and pull this guy off. And well, apparently the battery's dead, but I don't know if you see down in there. You see that? Yuck. Jesus. I think that's from leftover fuel that was in the system. But down here, the piston looks good. So while the battery's charging, I'm gonna keep trying to pry this guy out, get the middle part of this jug off, or I guess that'd be the base, and see what we got. So this is what we have. We have free play in the crank. So assuming that's good. Everything down there looks pretty good, even though we're gonna clean it all up and clean it out. Cylinder or jug has some rust in it. I have a really cool idea for this, and I'm going to try before I just re-hone it or bore it out. That will be in part 2 of the XR build. We got a lot of stuff we got to do to this bike. We are just beginning with it. This thing is going to be awesome when we're done. So I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, I'm 10 West Moto, and I'll see you guys on the starting line.